the General Manager of Pertec New Zealand, Chris Burke, to present the Pertec Volunteer of the Year Awards. Chris.
Good evening. Just a little like Scott, I have an accent, but it's not quite the same. So hopefully everybody can understand me. Pertec New Zealand has always been proud to be part of the Pertec Volunteer of the Year Awards. Our sponsorship with New Zealand Rugby League is not just about being on the front of the Kiwis jersey, it's also about our community involvement and the people that contribute significantly behind the scenes to the game of rugby league in New Zealand. In 2015, we were able to launch and support the Pertec Volunteer of the Year Awards. We're excited for the opportunity to provide recognition for the true salt of the earth people that gift their time and energy to ensure the interest, participation, development and support for rugby league continues in New Zealand. The program accepts nominations from clubs around the country on a monthly basis and the panel selects a monthly winner. Since the inception of the program in 2015, we're pleased to advise that nominations continue to grow year on year. The awards specifically recognise people that give back to the game, and most importantly, these people did not expect to be recognised for their tireless work. Just like the winners in previous years, they do it for their clubs, the community, and their passion for the game of rugby league in New Zealand. We're pleased to present the awards for the 2017 Pertec Female and Male Volunteers of the Year. Firstly, the 2017 Pertec Female Volunteer of the Year. This category has had the most nominees with a total of 16. All winners of the monthly Pertec Volunteer Recognition Awards were considered by the panel along with nominations received from the community during the awards nomination period. To be eligible for this award, the nominees must have shown commitment to the club, the game and the values of NZRL, which are integrity, respect, leadership, courage and passion. All of our finalists, and many more like them, have worked tirelessly for the betterment of their community and the game, given many hours of their time to help others, run events for the benefit of the wider community, been involved in more than one key role within their club, district or zone. And the nominees are, and please accept my apologies for my Australian pronunciation of these names, Sonia Anania, Glenora, Auckland, Whipi Whamoe Ioni, He Tauawa, Sandra Hickey, Physical Disability Rugby League, Auckland, Jasmine Tooley, Linwood, Keys Christchurch, Victoria Malone, Maris Saints, Auckland, Kala Matua, Manuera Marlins, Auckland, Shantaz Connor, or Takar Eagles, Northland, Nicole Baker Havia, Otahuhu, Auckland, and last but not least, Alana Lockhorst Cooks, Southland. One second, and the winner is Shantaz Connor. Congratulations. Just got to read out. Congratulations, Shantaz. Shantaz was instrumental in growing the women's game in Northland region, including getting the first Northland women's team in 25 years to attend the National Women's Tournament in 2017. Her passion for the women's game also helped Northland take a women's team to the Masters Tournament in Rotorua, as well as growing invested interest in a schoolgirls competition. Shantaz is a qualified coach and referee who is also involved in administration and management from junior through to premier. If the most precious thing you can give is your time, then Shantaz has gifted tirelessly with aroha and passion for pride in her province and a love for a game that her father shared with his 5-year-old daughter many years ago. Thank you, Shantaz, for your contribution to the game. Now you need
Kia ora koutou. I didn't write a speech because we didn't know if we were going to get the award. But I'm very privileged to be here tonight for the love of the game. For Northland, Rugby League is a great foundation for our young people in Northland. We don't have a lot of great things that happen in the north. We only hear negative stuff on TV. But I must say Northland have a lot of NRL representatives, so that must speak a lot for Northland. And our game of rugby league is the best game in the world, and it's in my DNA. And I see a lot of foundations where it's given our boys and girls that are at risk to be able to own the game and show that on the field. This award tonight is amazing, and there's a lot of people I need to thank. Dwayne Fye, who was our GM for Northland, who's now moved to Canterbury. I'd like to thank him and his wife, and all the people that keep me involved with the game, our young people, seeing their achievements. Yeah, it's tireless hours, but it's worth it. You see the positives at the end of the day, and it never ends. Our season may end after 14 weeks, but we carry on because we map out the next year so we can make it better, so we can improve the game. For Northland, we want to improve the game and we want development, and I believe our development's coming, maybe coming in slowly, but it's coming. And us creating pathways to the NRL is awesome. We've got some boys in the Warriors and Penrith Panthers, the Roosters, when we can own Adam Blair, because he did go to Whangarei Boys High School. So I'm going to take that. But thank you for tonight, and thank you for the people that got me to get this. Thank you.
Thanks, Shantez. Now to the 2017 Pertec Male Volunteer of the Year. Again, to be eligible for this award, the nominees must have shown commitment to the club, game and the values of NZRL. All of the finalists have worked tirelessly for the betterment of their community and the game, given many hours of their time to help others. All winners of the monthly Pertec Volunteer Awards were considered by the panel along with nomination received during the usual nomination period. And the nominees are Nathan Robinson, Country Cowboys Canterbury; James Wayford, Ellerslie Eagles Auckland; Will Harris, Wairau, here we go, Wairau Toniwha Blenheim; Willie Simon, Hornby Christchurch; Lawrence Erahi, Linton Cobras Manawatu; Jack Newson, Hornby Christchurch; Ricky Shelford, Portland Rugby League Northland; Jim Doolan, Otara Scorpions Auckland; and Dennis Stewart, Trentham Titans Wellington. And the winner is congratulations to Jack Newson. Jack's history at Hornby Rugby League spans an impressive 65 years as a player, coach, executive member, life member and all-round handyman. People like Jack are a rare find. At 75 years of age, Jack is yet to hang up the boots and can still be seen running around the field for the Hornby Masters team. He will be on hand whenever we need help, and it's always a pleasure for him, never a chore. As a club, we are honoured to be in his presence. Thank you, Jack, for your contribution to the game.
completely blown away, very nervous. But I would like to thank New Zealand Rugby League for this award and getting us up here from Christchurch. I'd also like to thank Purtec for all the awards, for all the monthly winners. Any of them could have been up here tonight. I just fluked it, but I'd like to thank the Hornby Club who nominated me. It's a club I've been with for many years. They base themselves on being a family club, and I think it's starting to spill off into a lot of other clubs down home, and that's a good thing. I think that's about all. I probably forgot a heap of things. Okay, thank you.
Take your rubbish on.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, thank you, Chris, and I think you did very, very well indeed with those Māori words, mate. Especially o tāhuhu. By crikey, that was well done. And thank you once again to Chris and his team at Purtec, who go way beyond what any normal sponsor would be expected. So thank you so much to your team, and of course to all our other sponsors as well. And obviously, congratulations to Shantiz and Jack as well, our volunteers, as I said before, our backbone of the game, so thank you so much to them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, another part of New Zealand Rugby League that I think they don't get anywhere near the recognition that they deserve is our community program. So please welcome to the stage Jacob Cameron, the General Manager of Community, to present the Grassroots Club of the Year and the Domestic Coach of the Year.
Kia ora koutou. It's always good to have Chris go ahead of me in the speech because he says pretty much everything that community represents. So thank you for your time and effort and your input into the Volunteer of the Year Awards, Chris. In community, there's a lot of great work that we do, and we base that work on surveying the people that are in the game. With the support of Paul Heron and Sport New Zealand, we've undertaken the Voice of the Participant survey for 3 years now. On Tuesday, we'll release 2017's results, some very interesting results, and it's really fantastic information for us to then implement our community programs and really understand what people in the community, people in the grassroots, in the clubs, are saying that they want the support that they need. And last year we were also able to undertake an appreciative inquiry process with the help of the Crown agencies and the government investment into the community team. We went around the country and we undertook, through a series of workshops, analysis of the results of the programs that we put in place. And I thought that the most appropriate thing to do would be to read out just some of the quotes that we've got from the people, from the community, just on the effect that New Zealand Rugby League and the zones and the community team are having on the clubs. We've seen real change in how our teams and individuals talk about well-being and staying well. It's okay to notice the signs, noticing the difference in how teammates are responding or not responding or behaving differently, being comfortable with your peers to disclose when things aren't going well. That was really helped when the NRL State of Mind program came and spoke to us. Another quote, which I really liked: "Our whole town is really proud of our club. It has changed so much, and now people look forward to bringing their families to the games and club rooms. Even those who didn't know any of the players. This is because there's better language, no violence, and we're all about the kids and having a good time. We know each other more, and we can support one another." This is one of my favourites. The Be a Sport program also included, which is our sideline behaviour program, where weekly 17,000 participants were encouraged to be positive on the sideline, to have alcohol-free and smoke-free sidelines. We drink water now. All of us. He, my small child, was hard out into fizzy at the start of the year, but not now. We all drink water. It's changed the way we drink stuff, and I heard about that at League. I never knew that before. And the other community program that we do that I'm really proud of, and the investment from the MOE and the Crown agencies, is our playgroups. At the moment we have 12 playgroups running in rugby league clubs all the way from north down to Taranaki, and we want more. It's a very, very good program for us, and it's changing the way the club environment is. Playgroups at our league club rooms provide a solid basis for long-term relationships. The kids learn heaps there, and just as importantly, adults do too. They can be a platform for positive change in an individual's life, a way to gain life direction and support. If those 4 quotes don't say enough about what we do, I can't think of a better way of putting that across. So I encourage you, all the playgroups volunteers are here tonight. Where are you? I'm going to get you to put your hands up. Playgroups all over there. I encourage you to talk to them, have a chat to them, see the great work they do. And can you please just give them a round of applause? And that's why it's so difficult to choose the Grassroots Club of the Year. And when we sit in there and the judges talk about all the nominations, it's a very long process and difficult to actually eliminate groups. But we did, and we got down to the three finalists that represent the community, show a commitment to the NZRL values, are Danny Virk, Northcote Tigers, and Tani Wharau. Oh, and these are all the other finalists that we narrowed down. I've only got 3 on my notes, can I just say that? So the Grassroots Club of the Year, Tani Wharau. Tani Wharau won all senior competitions in Waikato Rugby League for the 2017 season. Club of the Year for the Waikato District Sports Awards. The club fields teams in all grades from 6s to Prems, including 2 girls teams in the 15s and 17s. They show continuous commitments to the NZRL values through the promotion of their fair play, whānau safety, whānau inclusion, and responsible alcohol consumption. Congratulations.
Tēnā tātou e te whare. Tuatahi ake, kia whai whakaaro ki ai te wāhingaro. Te timatanga o te whakaaro nui. Kia utaina te tō mairangi o tōna ata whai ki runga tō mātou kingi. Kingi tūheitia pōtatau te wherowhero te tuawhetu. O tira te whare tapu o pōtatau pai mariri ki a rātou. Tēnei te mihati ki a tātou. Kia koe te rangatira he aui. Nau ngā kupu whakawāhi, whakatau i a mātou ki roto i tēnei whare. Nā hau hoki tātou hui nei, whakakotahi atu ki ai te wāhingaro nā reira, tēnei te mihi atu ki a tātou. Kia koe te rangatira. Firstly, I'd just like to thank New Zealand Rugby League for the award. Very humbled to be up here receiving this on behalf of our club. I also like to just congratulate the other finalists. Keep doing the awesome work that you're doing in your community. Tani Wharau is a little club in Huntly. Trying to do good things for our community, positive things for our community in Huntly there. There's been a few negative things going on in the media about our town, but this is a positive thing for us. Like I said, we're a little club established under the Kingitanga movement, so that's a huge kaupapa in our club. We're a very tikanga Māori based club, But in saying that, we have a lot of different ethnicities in our club who come in and respect who we are as people, buy into the kaupapa of our club, and that's awesome. I'd also like to thank the playgroup whānau. We have playgroup in our club as well, so just like to thank you fellas for all the mahi that you've helped us do in our club. We're just very proud. Our whānau back home will be over the moon about receiving this award. Last week we were finalists in the Brian Perry Waikato Regional Sports Awards, and we didn't quite come away with the award, but ahakoa tērā, regardless of being nominated this award, we'll carry on and try and do our best in our community. But I'd just like to thank New Zealand Rugby League for recognising us in this way. So, kia ora tātou.
I also get to the pleasure of announcing the Domestic Coach of the Year. The key to this category and the criteria is the coaches who put so much effort and time into growing the game. This is most definitely not just results-based. It's about following the values, ensuring that our players are learning, enjoying themselves, and staying in the game. The coaching is so crucial to what we do and how we bring our players through. So again, this was a highly debated category, and the nominees are, I'm going to look here to see if they've listed all of them, or just put them down. Whale Tiava Asue, Point Chef, Rusty Matua, Manuera Marlins, the women's team, Morgan Kutia, Waikato, and Rod Ratu, Auckland. The Domestic Coach of the Year, congratulations, Morgan Kutia.
Somebody call 911. Shawty fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa, I gotta cool her down. She won't bring the room to ground on the dance floor.
I'll read out what Morgan's done. Coached the Waikato Prems team to the National Premiership in 2016 and led them to the final in 2017, which was a huge feat for the region. Prior to coaching the Waikato side, Morgan also successfully coached the Premier sides for Hamilton Tigers and Tani Wharau.
Kia ora koutou. E whakawhetai ana hau ki tō tātou, e mātua te rangi, nāna nei tātou, e huhui, ai tēnei rā. I just want to start by acknowledging our Father in Heaven. It's because of Him we're all here today, firstly. I also want to acknowledge NZRL because, to bring, I guess, all of us here today is a huge thing, and to get acknowledgement and reward for something that, we've got a passion about. It's awesome to see, so thanks to the NZRL. To the other nominees for this category, any one of those could have achieved this. And any coaches that are here, they're the only ones that understand it's a difficult role, and it's a difficult job. And when the team's winning, it's always the team. But when the team's losing, it's the coach. And we do this because we love it, we've got a passion for it, and we wouldn't have it any other way. I just want to also acknowledge those people that support us, and we all know there's people back home, keeping things down at home, and we need to acknowledge them too, our wives and partners, our parents, those people that stay home while we get out during the week. Tuesdays and Thursdays we're out there, then we get up on Saturdays and early in the morning, and they don't see us again till Saturday night, and for some of us it's on a Sunday morning. So for those people that stay at home and hold things down, I used to tell Tony Wharau, you know, like I says, look, you need to earn brownie points, you know, paint the fence, repair the roof, buy a fridge so that when you go, everything's good at home. And I think we wouldn't be here without those people, and last but not least, my wife couldn't be here because she's looking after our mokos, but I acknowledge her. So, e hari ana ko ana toku nā kau, ko hara mai koutou, ki konei ki te tautoko i te kaupapa. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Kia ora.
Well, thank you, Jacob, and also to Tony Wharau and Morgan. Congratulations on winning your categories. Well, next award, ladies and gentlemen, is for the people who, without a doubt, have one of the toughest roles in any sport. And I know, because I did a few years myself running around with a whistle, the referees. Can I please welcome Luke Watts, Nationals Referees Manager, to the stage to present the Match Official of the Year award.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I feel really privileged to stand here on behalf of both New Zealand Rugby League and all the referees throughout all the districts. But before I get on to my speech, I've got to mention Jack again. On our table, we're pretty touched by your story, and believe me, after 45 years of service, not only are you deserving of the award, it's somewhat overdue. So, Jack, pretty awesome story, brother. Award nights play an important role in recognising the top performances and contributors to our sport. But before we move on to the successes that we're to celebrate tonight, I'd like a moment to acknowledge everyone else who plays a significant role in our game. To all the fortunate recipients out there, I just urge you to take a moment to reflect on your personal journey to success. Take a moment to think about all the people whose lives are beaming with pride right now, as if they are accepting this award for themselves. Tonight, I'm presenting the Match Official of the Year award, with nominees having performed consistently at the highest level domestically and/or internationally. Over the last few years, I've witnessed firsthand the incredible transformation within our referee culture. Both nominees have played a big part in that change and are worthy nominations for this award. And the nominees are that's a nice typo. Joseph Green, Auckland, Jason Wilson, Canterbury, and Chris McMillan, Auckland. Thank you. And the winner is Chris McMillan. Chris represented New Zealand as a touch judge at the 2017 Rugby League World Cup and also as a touch judge in the Anzac Test matches. He also refereed the National Premiership Final and a number of high-end domestic junior internationals such as New Zealand versus Australian schoolboys. In addition to this, Chris has been a training officer for Auckland Rugby League referees and also part of the New Zealand Referees Coaching Network. Well done, Chris.
I feel pretty small standing next to Luke there. You're like one of the previous speakers. Success doesn't come by doing things yourself, and it's always with the support of other people. And firstly, I just want to acknowledge my beautiful wife Stacey, who allows me week in, week out to go to games. Even though people think that referees don't train, we train a couple of nights a week and in the mornings and that. So she allows me to do that every second weekend, going to Aussie for first grade games. She allowed me to, she gave me permission, I guess, to I'll give her that one, to attend the World Cup for a couple of weeks over in Aussie and that. So to you and to our son, thank you very much for that time and allowing me to
to fulfil my passion. Secondly, I just want to acknowledge the other two nominees, Joey, who's a young up-and-coming ref, and Jace, who's down in Canterbury, have done some great work this year. Two people that have given away the whistle or the flag. You would have seen them on TV, but you probably haven't heard them too much because they're pretty humble guys. Shane Ream and Anthony Elliott, who've retired from top-level officiating last year. So unfortunately, you're stuck with guys like myself and the other ones that are coming through. So just to Shane and Anthony, I just want to really acknowledge the effort and time they put in through the years. And lastly, I really accept this on behalf of all the referees throughout New Zealand who referee rugby league, whether they're up in the far north or in beautiful Leebank Park on a Saturday afternoon, in the Naki, refereeing an under-13s or a women's game in Wellington, or in Christchurch, or way down in Blenheim, or wherever throughout New Zealand. To the referees that do it for the love of the game. They do it because if they didn't do it, no one else would officiate their game. They don't do it to be on TV out here on a Saturday night or to attend the World Cup. They don't get paid. They do it because they love the game of rugby league. They walk off the field without getting a cheer or a handshake, hop in their car and they go home and they say to their wife, "Man, that was an awesome game today." So I accept this on behalf of every single referee in New Zealand. Thank you.
Thank you, Luke, and congratulations to Chris. And being involved with Auckland Rugby League, I can attest to the development that Chris has done over the last few years. He's now one of the best whistleblowers in the game, and I pray for the day when the NRL open the referee doors and we have more Auckland or New Zealand-based referees involved at NRL level. So one day that'll come, I can assure you. Well, looking around this room, I know there's a heck of a lot of people in here who deserve special recognition, but I know that you will agree our next award recipient deserves all the accolades that have been bestowed upon her. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please welcome to the stage Luisa Aviaki, who is the Wellbeing and Women's Development Manager, to the stage to present the Special Recognition Award.
E ngā hoe whā, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. It almost sounded like I was getting that award, but I'm not actually getting that award. So I kind of paid Gordy to make it sound like I was receiving it, but no. I definitely have the privilege and an honour to present this Special Recognition Award to a lady that has contributed a lot to rugby league. Through long service, through her long service as a player for the Kiwi Ferns and rugby league at the domestic level and provincial. This young lady, or no, you don't know who she is yet, she's worked tirelessly to advance and improve the game through her own achievement. Through her contribution to grassroots, like I mentioned before, for her club. She started at Northcote. I think she played there 1 year. Most of her playing career was in mainly two clubs, Otahuhu and Papakura. She has done all of this with no expectation of being rewarded in the game, but only seeing that the game would grow and continue to thrive in the women's game and that it would advance to great levels. She's up there. So Laura Mariu is the recipient of this award. With her long service contribution, she has imparted a lot of her knowledge and experience in the game that has benefited not just herself but also others and her peers that she's played alongside. Amongst Laura's, I really feel privileged to be able to tell you a little bit about Laura's career and what she's achieved. She has, her highlights I guess is she's competed in all 5 Women's World Cups. Being last year being her final World Cup, and the first one being in year 2000, and out of those 5 she has won 3 titles, World Cup titles. She jumped into the representative scene, the international rep scene, as a 19-year-old at our 2000 World Cup when we went to England. And although at that time she hadn't been in the game very long, it was very obvious that Laura had a lot of ability and skill to be able to be part of the women's game for a long time and many years to come. So fast forward, 2000 she started, 2017, as Laura, she announces last year after the Rugby League Women's World Cup that will be her swan song, and from the game, and where she was privileged to captain the side as well, and she led the Kiwi Ferns to a successful World Cup campaign as their leader, as their captain, and once again playing in her 5th World Cup grand final, which is awesome for Laws. I've had the privilege of playing alongside Laura, and I do want to acknowledge our current players, women players who are in this room, who have also played with Laura, and many former Kiwi Ferns who are also in this room who have played alongside Laws and can probably understand and know that she is a worthy recipient of this award in her achievements in rugby league, her passion, not just what she's done in rugby league, but I was privileged to do another World Cup with Laws, so we've done 3 together, but last year I came on staff, and Laws and I over the years have spent many hours talking about rugby league, about the women's game, and she still carries the same passion for women's league, the same desire to see our game continue to forge forward at the highest level, from grassroots to the highest level at Kiwi Ferns. So she still has that love and that passion for the game, and she'll probably tell you a bit about that in her speech. But she's definitely a player that I really enjoyed playing alongside. She was very, very quiet when she first came on as a young player. She was quite happy to not talk a lot, even though she was at the time in a position where she had to, being a standoff. When she did get on the field, she really commanded a lot of what she wanted on the field, but a lot of her speaking was through her actions and how she played. She's a very smart half, standoff, really skillful, but last year she finished off playing in the forward pack. She got to understand what it's really like to do some work and come in the middle there, which I'm really happy about. She goes off understanding what actually happens in the engine room. So I'm really proud of her, and I couldn't, alongside my sisters who are out there, couldn't be prouder and of her receiving this and being acknowledged for this. She's 17 years playing at the highest level, and she exits on a high, I feel. So unfortunately, Laura is absent and couldn't be here because she decided to grow up and get herself a career. So she's down at Police College. And so we do have a film of her receiving and acknowledging this award with great thanks. So thank you.
Everybody, apologies for not making it tonight. I'm currently down in Porirua at Police College. Lucky enough to be training alongside one of the Kiwi Fern sisters, Api, who is there tonight, so all the best, sis. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you very much to NZRL for this prestigious award. You know, I feel very humbled. You know, it's a huge honour, but you know, I wouldn't be here without the support of my family and all those who stuck by me throughout my journey in rugby league. You know, very humble beginnings. You know, we used to stay at Marae and have our camps there, and I don't know, we used to fundraise, social fundraisers, hangi fundraisers, just to get us overseas to compete. So, you know, it's been a commitment. It has been all worth it, but I guess it's awesome to know that the women's game is being looked after. You know, we've got good training facilities. You know, we even had television coverage while we were at World Cup for all our games, which was that was just huge for women's game, just getting that exposure. Yeah, wearing the black jersey and representing your country has always made me a very proud Kiwi. You know, there's nothing like standing alongside your sisters out on the field and battling it out together. You know, it creates a good cohesion and culture within the team, and that's something that I really love about this game. You know, so many people from my past have definitely taught me the ways, and I hope that continues in years to come for the Kiwi Ferns. Mainstream, NZIS and Athletes Nation. He's done an amazing job for the girls, getting us through last year. I'd like to say a special mention to somebody who has supported me through thick and thin, and that's Hilda, my fiance. Yeah, just thank you for everything. Thank you for your patience, and yeah, giving me a kick up the butt when I've needed it. Yeah, you really pushed me through, babe, so thank you. Last of all, I'd just like to pay tribute to a man that is very special to me, who is no longer here, and that is my dad. Yeah, no, he just taught me everything at a young age, and you know, put me in the right direction, and yeah, just this really goes to you, Dad, and you know, as much as you're not here, I take you with me everywhere, and yeah, I'm just grateful. I wish I could tell you that in person, but yeah, but love you heaps. This award is most definitely dedicated to you. So yeah, I just hope everybody has an amazing night. All the best to the Kiwi Fern girls for this year's season. I look forward to watching you all, and yeah, hopefully getting that result that we want. But to everybody else, yeah, again, all the best for this year, and yeah, go hard, kia kaha.
Kia ora and welcome everyone. It's a the higher performance level that I get to work in, but in all honesty, what I enjoy about the prize giving is coming to this prize giving and actually seeing some of these community awards go back out in the grassroots. I've been in the game since I was 5 years old, and love it passionately. So I was looking at the volunteer awards and the Jack's service for 65 years and still playing. God, I can hardly walk up these stairs. Congrats, Jack. That's amazing. Shantays, I think it was, Northland from Portland. God, the passion just oozed out of you. People like you, what you keep our game critical alive. So, thank you for that, Chris. I always seem to forget referees, so I'm going to call you out. Congratulations again on your second award, Tony Farrell. Well done on Club of the Year. Little special mention before I get on to what I'm supposed to do up here is just to acknowledge Morgan Coodia, the Domestic Coach of the Year. I was fortunate enough to work with Morgan a few years ago now. In the New Zealand residence team, and Morgan was a coach, and I was coaching against him, and we had good conversations after we played each other, and I was fortunate enough to pick up the tide, and I didn't have a manager, and I just really clicked with this guy, and I asked him to be my manager, and he did an outstanding job as a coach and a manager's role for the residence team. So really pleased to see you get acknowledged for what you're passionate about tonight, Morgan. Congratulations. Righto, I'll get on with what I'm up here to do. I'm here to present the national sort of, I'm here to present the Player of the Year for the residents. So we're going to start off with our national competition, our Premier competition this year. So the Premier competition is held at the end of the year, and it's in its second year of its purpose. And we'd actually changed the program 2 years ago just to get more domestic football. And the real outcome and the benefit from this was to see the Waikato come through last year in the 216 program through to actually represent in 217. So that was an outstanding achievement, and that's why I think why Morgan's obviously been acknowledged, because he got that side through to the final in his first year up. So the nominees for the Domestic Premier Player of the Year are Aaron Jolly from Waikato Ngarawahia. We've got Daniel Buchanan from Auckland Glenora, and Phil Kingy from Auckland Glenora again. The Domestic Player of the Year is Aaron Jolly, Waikato. While Aaron's making his way to the stage, I'll just give you a little insight to Aaron. He captained the Waikato Premiership side to the grand final in the 2017 season, having won promotion the year before up into the Premier Division. He went on to represent New Zealand in the residence game against the New Zealand Māori. He is blessed with a great turn of speed and obviously an eye for style. He became a commentator's favourite with his electric speed and his often insightful timing into the back line that saw him score a number of tries and set up a number of tries. So, again, put your hands together for Aaron Jolly.
Pretty nervous, so I might as well just start with a joke to break the ice. How does the Mad Butcher introduce his wife? Meat patty! Now that I got that out of the way, first of all, to the brothers Phil and Daniel, they were also nominated. Any of you two could have won it as well. Great achievements for both of you this year, especially with footy winning with Glenora. If you got any signings, I'll be keen. To my mother and my brother, awesome, and my fiance, almost looking as good as me. A lot of for this year, a lot of motivation came from my two fathers, which both passed away in the last 6 months. So for me, it's pretty hardy. But yeah, this goes out to you too. Cheers.
Player of the Year, Personality of the Year, I would have said. Well done, Aaron. The second award that I'm happy for is the Domestic Under-16 Player of the Year. To be eligible for this award, you've had to have played in the club competition, represented your zone and represented at national level. I was pleased to be able to say that we had a New Zealand 16s game this year against the New Zealand Māori side, which we were fortunate enough to win. And I'd like to acknowledge the help from New Zealand Māori this year in putting on some of the games that we had with them. It was a fantastic game with a lot of our boys on the field, playing at the next level up. So, without further ado, the nominees are for Under-16s Domestic Player of the Year is Kiwis Whaiatili. Oops, he's in the second there. Sorry, different to my list. I'll do it this way. Christian Tuipoloto, Auckland. Kiwis Whaiatili, Christchurch, and Sione Mawala, Auckland. And the winner of the Domestic Player of the Year for the 16s grade in 2017 is Christian Tuipoloto. Just before Christian comes to the stage, I'll give you a little insight into the year that he's had. It's a very eventful year, this young man. He was named the Auckland 16s Player of the Year as well as coach, collecting the Player of the Year at St Paul's College. He captained the New Zealand Residents 16s team through a tough-fought victory over New Zealand Māori 17s. He was part of the New Zealand Secondary Schools team who heavily defeated the New South Wales Combined High School in 2 games this year. And he's also a consistent performer off the field, being named head boy for 2018 at St Paul's and collecting the top Year 12 sponsorship, sportsmanship at St Paul's School in 2017. So congratulations once again, Christian.
Just before I speak, I just want to thank the Heavenly Father for bringing us all here today. And I just want to commend everyone and thank you, Zoe. And especially out there to my brothers, Kiwis and my little brother, Sione Mawala. He's as deserving as I am for this award. And I'd rather you guys accept this award. I just want to thank you, especially to my mum and dad, Thanks for all the sacrifices you've made. I know it's been hard, but this one gets out to you, and I always do it for you guys and love you guys. Cheers.
Right, my third and final prize that I've got the privilege of awarding tonight goes to the Domestic Player of the Year in the under-18s grade. And the same criteria applies. The boys have had to play club football, zone football, and represented New Zealand. Before I get on with that, I'd just like to sort of acknowledge the opportunity that we provided for our 16s this year. We have, in the last 3 or 4 years, had a Tāori Hiri program operating in Australia where we've tried to identify the boys that sit in that 18th grade that have Kiwi lineage, and we want to tie them to our to our Kiwi team. And we've done that through previously having camps in Australia, bringing a Tāori Hiri team out here in 214. This year, we're able to bring a fully strength Tāori Hiri team out here to play our New Zealand residents. At Eckert as a trial, and we selected our first ever Kiwis 18 side from that, so some good headway being made in that space. So without further ado, the nominees are for the 18s Player of the Year: Stevie Masters, St George Illawarra; Tyler Slade, Warriors in Ellerslie; and Seth Tuimiti at Christchurch. And the winner is, for the Domestic Player of the Year, 18s grade, is Tyler Slade. Again, just why Tyler's making his way to the stage, I just want to give you a little bit of insight into this outstanding man. Tyler made his debut for the New Zealand Warriors NYC team this year in 2017 as someone who could have played in under 18s grade. And he plays in the middle of the park, which is an achievement in itself. But he also made his debut. He went on to play 16 games during the season, often being the youngest on the field. He was also selected in the New Zealand residents side, who beat the Tāori Hiri side in September, and he went on from there to be selected in the first ever New Zealand Black Jersey 18s. Tyler's been rewarded with his season this year for his efforts, with an opportunity to train with the NRL side in the pre-season. So once again, congratulations, Tyler.
Kia ora whānau. Just first of all, I'd like to thank New Zealand Rugby League for this award. Also like to thank my parents, especially, and congratulations to all the nominees and winners for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Brendan. Congratulations to all those winners. You know, it just ceases to amaze me the amount of talent that we have coming through our systems right throughout the width and breadth of New Zealand, and it's so very, very hard to keep them here. So I thank sincerely New Zealand Rugby League and all the work that they do to keep our players here, because I tell you what, every time we have a tournament, there's more Australians in here than there are Kiwis with a pen and a paper waiting to grab our guys. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, leads us into our next award. Can you please welcome the assistant coach for the junior Kiwis, Kelvin Wright. Now, as Kelvin's making his way up, please have a look at the big screen. Oh, have we got anything on there? No. Okay, I'll tell a joke. No, it wouldn't be as good as that fella. I'm going to get a hat like that too.
Oh, thanks. Good evening. Just congratulations, Christian and Tyler, and hopefully in the years to come we see you in the Junior Kiwis jersey. So I'm fortunate enough to be presenting the Junior Player of the Year. The award for the criteria is the player must be aged 20 years or under during the calendar year, played in either NYC, NRL or New Zealand Rugby League sides. They must have had a significant impact on their team, on and off the field, and have been a consistent performer. So 3 nominees, Isaiah Papali'i, New Zealand Warriors, Jerome Luai, Penrith Panthers, and Moaki Whatuaka, Gold Coast Titans. And the winner is Isaiah Papali'i. Isaiah represented the junior Kiwis for his second year in 2017, and he's actually still eligible again in 2018, so he could possibly go 3 years. The same year he made his NRL debut for the New Zealand Warriors in round 1 and went on to make 4 more first grade appearances. Isaiah spent his early days coming through New Zealand Rugby League pathways, having represented the New Zealand 18s and New Zealand secondary school sides previously. Congratulations, Isaiah. Unfortunately, Isaiah can't be here, but it looks like he's a touch old to make the junior Kiwis, but his father's here on his behalf.
Just like to say a couple of brief words. First and foremost, I'd like to thank our man upstairs. Without him, we wouldn't be here today, and we wouldn't have what we have in front of us today. Like Calvin said, our young guy is not able to attend tonight. He's at that stage of life where he's juggling up life. He chose cuddle time over awards time, but he's in a good mindset, and he knows what the future holds upon him. Once again, I'd like to thank the New Zealand Rugby League committee for nominating Zaya and receiving this award. Fellow nominees, thank you for that. Just a little background on Isaiah is. My wife and I, we are loyal Richmond Rugby League players, and my wife played at the highest level for 16 years, represented the Kiwi Ferns in 3 World Cups, and was really privileged to receive 2 World Cup awards. And then I think that was a stepping stone to our path for our younger generation to follow on our parents' achievements. Once again, I'd like to thank New Zealand Rugby League on this award and receiving it upon my son, Isaiah. Thank
you. Right, thank you, Kelvin. Now, we've already heard a bit here tonight about the Kiwi Ferns. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next award of the night will be for the Kiwi Ferns. So, can I please welcome to the stage the head coach of the Kiwi Ferns in 2017, Tony Benson. Now, as he's making his way up, please have a look at the big screen.
Swing it to the open side of the lock forward. Touching again, Marchak. What about that for physicality?
When he ended that set from New Zealand, and they really need to get some variety in the Canadian side. As you can see at the moment, the driving defence.
What a tackle. Mau, jersey 8 for New Zealand. Kiwis, open side from the scrum, comes to Hale, and now it's Pualau, and to the winger, Hirami, and Hirami sees the line, puts the ball down, try time. Run here by Fortu Moralau, and had support too, they're away. Now it goes to Takaya. She is yet Capel charging for the corner. There's no defence there really, as he brings the football close to the Majilaru's 80% completion, not shabby. What about that for a tackle? Arda putting Ruan Sims on her backside. He's got a try here. Sorry, we'll come back to you. Racine McGregor, quick play the ball. Guess who? It's Honey Hirami. There she is again. Atakua gets the offload away. McGregor's in space. Gracie McGregor.
They need a bit of resilience here. See if they can hold out the Ferns and avoid another
And
try.
here they go from the scrum. Crystal Murray barging her way through. She's unstoppable like a freight train.
Good evening. Makes me very proud watching that footage. But the thing is with this team is it's not what happened there, it's what they did off the pitch before we got there that makes me really proud. We had a fantastic staff. Liz made me say that. And also the players were phenomenal right through. We, right from the journey went from the cold, wet playing fields at Mount Wellington Rugby League through to the World Cup final at Suncorp Stadium, and the growth in those girls over that period was phenomenal, and it just goes down to the sacrifices they made right through that period, the commitment they made to get to all the trainings we had, and the camps and weekends in the rain, of course, and that's what's made the team what it is today. As I said, I'm extremely proud, but we're looking at the category today of Women's Player of the Year for 2017 for the Kiwi Ferns. The award criteria we're looking at here is they have to have played consistently for their team in any competition this year and been selected for the Kiwi Ferns in 2017. They have had a significant impact on their team both on and off the field. We have 3 nominees for Kiwi Ferns Women's Player of the Year 2017. First of all, Api Nichols-Palau. Api's an elusive runner with a great game awareness, and this is extraordinary for somebody who's really just come into the game in the last year. She picked it up so fast and made such a difference to our side. It was phenomenal. Crystal Rota, who's a natural leader, who led us from the front and gave 100% in every game. We've got Tuila Futu Moala. She's very powerful and been nicknamed the jukebox for her endless hits. And she's also voted Player of the Tournament for the 2017 World Cup. It's with great pleasure to award the winner of the Women's Player of the Year for 2017, Api Nichols-Palau. As Api makes her way up, I'll tell a little about her. Api was part of the women's grand final winning side at Manurewa Marlins and Counties Manukau winning side at the National Women's Tournament, also securing best back of the tournament. She made significant impact at fullback after filling huge shoes left vacant by last year Women's Player of the Year Serena Fiso. Her teammates say she has one of the hardest hits to defend, yet off the field has a heart of gold. They also say they can rest assured when she's in a number 1 jersey, as they know she can always be relied upon. Api Nichols.
I just like to mention that the past few days I've been trying to put my head together, because to even be considered for this award, it's mind-blowing for me, especially if it's my first year playing league. So to receive this award, it means a lot to me. I don't really have a background in league, but being selected for Kiwi Friends, it was the hardest thing that I've ever had to go through. And it wouldn't have been possible without the world's best fullback player, Serena Fiso-Clark. She actually invited me to play for Manurewa Marlins last year, and I met a lot of amazing people along the way. So not to mention Rusty Matua, my coach, and his wife, Carla Matua. They taught me a lot about the game, and they've helped me prep for World Cup. Like to a massive well done to the other nominees, Crystal and Te Wheeler, who couldn't be here tonight. I'm truly honoured to be considered alongside you both. Your talent is undeniable, and I thank you and the other Kiwi friend, our other Kiwi friend sisters, for pushing me to be the best player I could be. I'd also like to thank Tony, Jason, Mike, Liz, and the other management staff. Thank you for trusting in me when I couldn't trust myself. World Cup was an experience that I'll never forget, and we didn't get the win that we were hoping for, but I know that our Kiwi friends, sisters, we did the best we possibly could to make you all proud. So I'd also like to thank the NZRL as well. I can't thank you enough for the resources that you've dedicated towards Women's Rugby League. Also, to our sponsors, Mainstream, NZRS, and Athlete Nation, thank you so much for your financial support, your facility, and your time. We do need people like you to help us to perform at our peak. So on behalf of myself and the K-Friends sisters, would like to thank you guys so much. And lastly, my brother Ernest and my husband Harry, thank you guys for being here tonight. My family and our Heavenly Father, I thank you guys for supporting me throughout this journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony, and congratulations, Api, and also to the Kiwi Ferns, for making the World Cup final. I still think you should have won that. I really do. I think the game was yours and it was there, and we just couldn't quite finish it off. But congratulations on a marvellous World Cup. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to announce the Kiwi Rookie of the Year and the Kiwis Player of the Year, please welcome to the stage the head coach of our very own Kiwis, Mr. David Kidwell.
Kia ora koutou. Just like to first of all acknowledge all the nominees and the winners of the awards tonight. Shantae's, Jack Newson, the volunteers. Without you guys being in the background, doing all the hard work and your time and energy you put into the game, keeping our great game alive here in New Zealand. To Morgan, yes, it is a tough job, mate, to be a coach, but we love the game, and we go through the ups and downs, and we learn from our learnings. Tani Wharau, we actually took the Kiwis there, your little club, a lot of pride, passion, and a lot of history there. I was very honoured. We were very honoured to be there. To Chris, as the official, you know, you get a tough job there, especially from us coaches. You always do the wrong calls in our line, but you know, without you guys, you know, officiating that game. To Laura, 5 World Cups. It's pretty amazing, and won 3 of them. So you know, the Kiwi Ferns are really losing a legend there. To all the domestic winners, Aaron, Christian, Tyler, and Isaiah. Totally understand about cuddle time, mate. So can really resonate with that. To Api, congratulations to be the Woman of the Year. I love watching the women's game. You know, the passion that you show, the skill, the hits that we've seen on that TV. It's really, really good to see. For the Kiwis Rookie of the Year, a bit about the criteria and the award. They had to make their debut in first grade,
NRL or Super League, or the Kiwis in 2017. They've also had to show commitment to the Kiwis and New Zealand Rugby League and be involved in community work. And the nominees are Nelson Asofa-Solomona, the Melbourne Storm. Nelson had a great year this year. He was fortunate enough to win an NRL title. Coming off the bench, I remember meeting Nelson when he was 17. He was as big as that when he was 17. So, to come through that system and to represent the Kiwis this year against Samoa is a credit to him. The next one is Isaac Liu. Ice is known from his teammates. He's a quiet achiever. He goes about his work. He's like workmanship. He doesn't say much, but when he says, everyone listens. The next person is Danny Levi from the Newcastle Knights. Young Danny, he's a credit to him. He's been very coachable. His pace out of dummy half, and to put your body in front of those big guys week in, week out is a credit to Danny, and he did that in the World Cup. And the winner of the Kiwis Rookie of the Year is Nelson Asofa-Solomona. Unfortunately, Nelson couldn't be here tonight, but if you look at the big screen, he's got a message there.
Hey guys, Nelson Asofa-Solomona here. Hope you guys are having a great night. I'm very grateful, very blessed to receive this award of Rookie of the Year. It was a great experience. Created a lot of great memories, great friendships at the Rugby League World Cup. Just want to say thank you to David Kidwell for giving me my first opportunity to play in the black jersey. Like I said, it was a great experience and I enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you to my mum and dad. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. Looking forward to the next time I get to put on the jersey if the opportunity comes. And looking forward to a bigger and better year for us this year. Thank you.
Just before we move on to the next award, a little quick story about Nelson. We decided to stay down at the marae, and our first night there, the players sort of went to bed and all the staff sort of stayed back, and we were planning. And as we were walking upstairs to the whare moi, we hear this horrendous snore. Massive snore, like a chainsaw, like. And I've stayed in some maraes, and there's been some snoring, and I was going, bloody hell, who is that? Because it's completely dark. So the next morning, I'm sort of probing all the boys and going around saying, who was that snoring there last night? To the boys' credit, they never gave it up, but apparently it was Nelson. And needless to say, we all slept before Nelson got to bed, so good on you, Nelson. The next award is a prestigious award, the Kiwis Player of the Year. The criteria of this award, having played first grade for their club in 2017, demonstrate leadership and leadership potential for their club, both on and off the field. Have a significant impact for their team, both on and off the field, and be a consistent performer. The nominees are Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, New Zealand Warriors. Again, Roger coming back from a serious knee injury. He also captained his club for the first time this year. Seeing Roger grow into a leader, he was an integral part of the leadership group. And the way he come back from that serious knee injury is a credit to him. The next one is Simon Mannering. We all know about Simon, how he puts his body on the line, week in, week out. And as coaches and as fans and as we watch our great game, that's what we want to see. And it's a credit to him, the way he's carries himself around the team. he is a leader and is respected by everyone. Next nominee is, again, Nelson Asafa Solomona. As I said before, he's had a really good impact and just won the Kiwis Rookie of the Year. The Player of the Year for the Kiwis 2017 is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. As I said before, Roger was a crucial component of the Kiwis this year. His leadership, both on and off the field, the way he trains and carries himself around, is a credit to him. So, Roger.
Firstly, this is a huge honour and privilege for me to win it. I know it's been a little bit awkward in this room, the way that we performed, and we didn't go so well. But I still believe that there's a lot of great individual players like Simon Mannering, Adam Blair, and Gerard Beale, and Sean Johnson, and lots of those guys. And I'm real nervous because this is such a huge achievement for me. Like David Kidwell said, when I did my knee and my season was over, I started getting dramatic with my missus. I was telling her that my life is over and I can't play footy, and because I love the game and I love doing this. So to come back from that injury and to be here today, to stand in front of all you guys and accept this award is a huge achievement for myself, and I'm proud of myself, and I don't really say that a lot because I like to always improve and be better. But yeah, this is awesome, and thanks to everyone in here that continues to support us, the Kiwis. I know this journey we didn't go so well, not as well as our ladies there. You guys, congrats to you guys. You guys were awesome this year, and it was awesome to watch you. Unfortunate for us, we didn't go so well, but thanks for you guys for holding it for us. And again, thank you to everyone for your support and along this journey. And hopefully next year we can come back better and stronger, like what Nelson said. And thank you again. Appreciate it.